My name is Travis Hosp, and I've been attending Harvester for 1 year now. For the past couple of years, I had been wrestling internally with myself with baptism because I had always asked the question, do I need to get baptized? Is this something that's required of me to make it into heaven? It was more of a religion focus versus relationship focus that I had had at that point in time. I, in the past, had had some relationship problems, and I had been just kind of living life however I wanted to live. And I had noticed, like, life is not going the way that I had wanted it to go, the way that I pictured life would be, And that was kind of my catalyst to kind of lock in and stop watching church online. And I wanted to actually go in and be part of a community. And that's kind of when I discovered Harvester. And I had started going to Harvester and started reading my Bible. I didn't really know anybody yet at the time. It was just a normal Sunday for me. I didn't even know that it was Baptism Sunday. I had just going on a Sunday morning to attend church, and it was really cool the way that it worked out. At the end of service, after Nokomis had given a great service, he had spoke up to everybody that was there to get baptized. I'd known that it was like a fuller service than normal, and it was families of people that were there to get baptized. And he had said, hey, for you guys that are here to get baptized, go ahead and head to the baptistry, and I'll meet you guys down there in a few minutes. And so people started to get up and leave, and I was kind of just like, oh, maybe next time, it was those excuses, those whispers from the enemy. That's what I always say that they were, those things that I was battling. Should I do it? Should I not? Is today the day? I don't know. I got stuff to do afterwards. I don't want to get wet, whatever the case may be. And then that's whenever he was like, hey, so for those of you who are here that don't yet know you're getting baptized today, I want you to bow your heads, close your eyes, and ask God, talk to the Holy Spirit. Just ask, is today the day? And in that moment, I could just feel that burning sensation of, yes, this is it. Like, it's happening. The emotions were coming. I started tearing up, and I could just feel that pull, that nudge of, yeah, today's the day. Like, what have you been waiting for? And I remember looking up and seeing Dustin, and Nokomis at that point said, look to the person next to you, ask them if today's the day. And Dustin and I looked at each other because we were the only ones like within an arm's length around us next to each other. And he had said, is today the day? And I think today's the day. And so he asked me, do you want me to go down to the baptistry with you? I'll walk down with you. And I was like, no, it's okay. I'll go. It's fine. And he was like, nope, let's go. I'll walk with you. So it was him and his daughter. And then we walked down. I was getting to know Dustin, and we were in line, and she asked, who's getting baptized today? And I was like, I'm getting baptized. And then she asked Dustin if he was the one baptizing me. And Dustin and I looked at each other, and he was like, hey, you want me to baptize you? And I was like, yeah, sure, let's do it. And I could kind of sense Dustin getting a little emotional there too, because, that was just so many unexpected events just happening, like on the fly. He's like, normally I sit up higher, and today my daughter wanted to sit down on the floor, and it was just him and his daughter. I just happened to be right there. So after that, we kind of connected all the dots, how God was working, and it was really cool. I would say that the experience was emotional. It was life-changing. I was born again. So because all of this struggle, internal battle that I had with myself for years, after the baptism happened, I walked away with this uplifting, joyful feeling. I just wanted to live my life and be more obedient to Christ and build that relationship with Jesus that I hadn't been working on before. So I think the feeling afterward of being baptized in that moment, coming out of the water, it was just surreal. I would do it all over again. I wish that I would have done it much sooner in my life. And if I could say something to anyone that's trying to make that decision today, I would say that today is the day.